What's up? All right. What's up, everybody? This is the show you've all been waiting for. One of the most anticipated collaborations I've been waiting to do. Unfortunately, my intro skills aren't as good as one of the players in this podcast today. But I am your host, Best Spot Kid Smooth, representing Planet Xbox. And let's start the show. And I like to start off with an Iron Lord himself, Cognito, please, your honors.
What's going on, people, man? This is long overdue, man. Long overdue. Huge fans. Planet Xbox and the Iron Lords coming together, collabo. King, fix your face. Yo, man, this is long overdue, man. Just to get in the realm, talk some gaming. I got Planet Xbox in the bin. I got my Lords with me. We one Lord down, but we're going to get this thing together.
No, here.
We jumped in progress, but yeah, man, I'm super excited. Shout out to Kid Smooth. Shout out to the team, man. Let's do this. Let's have some fun, man.
Let's do this. And representing Planet Xbox, he rides a bike.
Oh shit! What's up, y'all? This is Psycho Gamer, and I want to personally thank the Lords for blessing us with their presence. And let's go ahead and get to these damn topics.
Yeah.
All right, and the one holding championship belt, Booker T. 5 times.
Hit him with the spinneroonie.
Don't let me have to do that spinneroonie on you. Lord King David here, Iron Lord Podcast. Yo, this is for Hip Hop Gamer. Sorry I was not there at the party the other night. I would have loved to be there. I told you I was going to represent championship belt, champions rock together, you understand? So this is an ode to you, my brother. Thank you for the invite. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. Some things popped up. But again, I hope anybody that attend Hip Hop Gamer, Hip versus Gamers, I know it was off the chain, and I got to get with you, and we can talk about it. Chop it up.
All right. And once again, representing, my phone is ringing, representing Planet Xbox. He's always upset. His gears is always grinding.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jez7780, host of What Grinds My Gears. And I calmed down from last night, but man, I'm still hot.
I'm glad you got that all out of your system.
It's not all out. Never all out, man. I'm ready to talk E3 and whatever the topics are, I'm game. Let's do this. And shout out to the Lords. Check them out on Sundays.
Yes,
Lord's
sir.
Day.
You already know.
Sundays, 1 p.m., right?
1 p.m. Eastern, baby.
Okay. And
I met them. Over at PAX East, though.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Kobe,
Awesome
baby.
time,
we got
man.
busy.
Awesome time. We had lunch. They watched me
My
eat some
dude
trashy
right
ass
there.
mac and cheese.
Oh, that was disgusting. Yo, when he was eating it, I told you before you even got it. That's disgusting. Don't you do that. And he went and did it anyway.
Yo, the line was shorter, though. I had to go on that line. It was shorter than the other one.
All right.
And then also repping the Iron Lords podcast, we got Sovereign in the house. Am I saying that?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, absolutely. You got it right. Lord Sovereign here, repping ILP. Thank you guys, Planet Xbox, for having us on. I know it's an Xbox show, but I just gotta shout myself out real quick because I got that platinum in God of War, baby.
I peeped that. Yeah, I peeped that.
I saw that.
Had to do that. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
He said he's like he hurting the brand. Yo, you stupid.
And then also from Planet Xbox, well, I'm not from Florida. I was about to say fellow Florida, but I'm not a Floridian. Floridian, man. What's up? Floridian.
Oh yeah, the only Floridian here, I think. Frogs Dope Gaming. I'm ready to get it. I'm sitting here drinking the rest of the Kraken.
Man.
Going in early.
Whoa. Yeah.
Drinking the rest of the Kraken. I see this is what it's going to be today. All right. That's why I brought that belt with me, though. You heard me? Let's go.
All right, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to get it.
Oh, let's get it.
And I don't think Merc 305 is going to be able to make it today. And we're waiting for Gaming Addict, who picked this day
I got the message. He said he'll be about another 20 minutes or so. He's on
20 minutes or so. Okay, so before we get these E3 predictions firing off, I just want to ask a couple of you guys, what's your plans, Iron Lords? What's your plans for E3 this year?
Hey, we got a lot of stuff cooking, man. I mean, we're gonna be hitting the ground running, trying to do it much bigger and better than PAX. A lot of experience learned, as you know. Me and UK was out there, Jez, we were out there. You know what I mean? So just trying to snag up some things and some stuff, talking with developers and stuff like that, and try to hit these conferences up, man. We definitely want to do that, and I know King's gonna be in the building. He's got things cooking up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, he telling you the political joint. Let me tell you the other joint. All right, that's why the hoodie's here. Let me tell you what the other stuff is about. Let me tell you what that's about right there. Yo, check this out. Iron Lords is gonna be in the building. Once we touch down to Cali, we are in drop top. What is that? Corvettes, Aston Martins. My boy is trying to get a Lamborghini. I ain't gonna call him out yet, but when that happens, you understand. We got Maseratis. What is it? The Benz Jeep. Listen, let me tell you something. It's gonna be a movie. All right, it's gonna be a movie, not what y'all thinking about. T-shirts and stuff will be handed out. I'm going to every hood in California. I'm shout out to every hood in California. I'm going to Compton. I'm going to Long Beach. I'm going to where the Mexicans hang. I guarantee you, y'all gonna see Iron Lords handing out T-shirts in Compton. Guarantee you gonna see me handing out T-shirts in Compton to everybody. It's gonna happen. I'm going to Skid Row, handing out cash in Skid Row. I'm gonna sit there and show you what party life is in California. Party life is going down in California.
Make sure you don't hit 68th and Figueroa. Just make sure you don't hit that street right
there. You said 68 and Figueroa?
Yeah.
You said 68 and Figueroa? I'm gonna pull up the 68 and Figueroa in the drop top Corvette. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna put it because I'm gonna be live. All right, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tag you in it. I'm gonna say Kid Smooth, 68 and Figueroa. Where he said I wasn't gonna go. I'm gonna be there.
They said Lord King this and Lord King that.
Exactly. I'm gonna drop my location. I'm not checking in. I'm not checking in. When I come, I'm not checking in.
This message.
Just be careful. Just be careful.
No, we ain't gonna be careful. Well, we got a lot of Cali dudes out there. We all, we're affiliated out there in Cali. So a lot of T-shirts and stuff like that is gonna go out. We got the homies that's out there. So we're trust me, we're well protected. We ain't got no problems with that stuff out there like that. But we're going to show you how to bring podcasts together. Because anybody that's affiliated with any type of podcast out there and that's going to be at E3, we're going to make sure that we link up with you. We're going to make sure that we break bread with you. And we're going to make sure that you understand that the movement is about unity. Nothing but unity.
Facts. There we go.
That's what it is, man. He said, somebody said, Garuda's legend says, show the T-shirt or fall back. Woo! Show the T-shirt. Show the T-shirt.
That's what you want to see, the T-shirt? Hold on, let me move that so you can see that.
Wait, he got the gold.
I put the gold on today because I don't know if y'all tuned in yet, but it's about the gold. It's about all gold everything.
Get him.
All gold everything. So it's all about that gold. You understand? All gold everything. All gold everything. We have to pull it out today. We're on a special podcast, so we gotta be special.
Woo, you got the belt and all that. Let's
Shout out to Garuda Legends.
No doubt. Hey.
All right. Jez, are you going to E3?
No, I'm not going to E3.
All right, so we're doing the live stream from home, right?
Yes, from my home.
Yes. Okay.
Playing Xbox not coming this year.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go when they announce the.
I was E3. I drove around the outside. I wasn't immediately.
I might be there though. I might be there.
Mm-hmm.
I got invited to go because I'm just not really trying to go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be there. I'm from.
We got a link.
Okay, so we linking with you. You there? We there.
Let's do it.
We got you, son. We good. See, we ain't got check-in. We got psych. We good.
Stay away from 68th and Figueroa, though.
I guarantee you, you're going to be like, he really on 68th and Figueroa. This dude is a wild boy. I'm a cowboy. You see?
Cool.
All right. So just a quick talk on State of K2 came out if you have the Ultimate Edition. The reviews also came out. Any quick thoughts on State of Decay 2. We start with I'm gonna actually start this on grinds my gears since.
But I haven't played it yet, yo. I see. The thing is, though, is I haven't played it yet.
So you don't have to comment on the game, but you can comment on the review.
Comment on all the crap that's been going on, yo.
Yeah.
My problem is this is what grinds my gears.
Let's go.
Oh shit.
The quality control coming out of Microsoft. They need to slap on the ass because those guys. I don't know who has proven this shit. But who is sending this stuff out to Pasha? And they just dump it in Game Pass thinking we'll fix it later. Yo, man, this is 2 for 2 now. Like,
no. You ain't gonna say it's 2 for 2 if you ain't played yet, because I played it. It ain't 2 for 2. Stop that. We ain't got a cracking body. We ain't got a cracking body.
You know what? And you know,
the game is really good.
Body.
It's really good.
Oh, I'm sure.
We don't got a cracking body. I'm gonna give you that one.
I don't.
Nothing wrong with the game, though. There's nothing up with the game. Like, I think the game is solid. It's just like, if the bugs and people are like, well, I didn't experience bugs. I know Smooth, you tweeted out last night you didn't experience the bugs or whatever people saying. I see some people say it's crashing. The thing is, though, is if it was like 1 or 2 people going, yo, bugs. The fact is that we know that's what brought the score down of all these games. Of this game was the actual the bugs and the jank to it, which is kind of crazy. Is that nobody was really addressing in the game about the game itself. It was all about, well, I couldn't play co-op, and then this guy was teleporting through a door, and I lost this, and, and it was kind of like that's what it was about, and it really wasn't about so much of the game. A lot of the reviews, like people just said bugs, like Kotaku destroyed it, making statements, like, and even the positive reviews had comments about the bugs and jank. They went to a new engine with Unreal, going, hey, we wanted to make this a AAA game with a newer engine. And the Crytek engine wasn't big enough to handle what we wanted with Unreal 4. I don't understand how you go to a new engine and bring over the same bugs and stuff that were in the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
It's unfortunate, though. And it's like, I just find that the last 2, like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay, it's been more about kind of like the lack of content with Sea of Thieves and State of Decay. It's becoming problem. And I said this last night was that it's more issues on like kind of development stuff and game design than actually the game. Like, I don't know. I just think there's something up with the development of these games. Like, that's what seems like these games got hurt in the development, not necessarily in the game itself. Because Sea of Thieves is a looks like a great game. It's just a shell of a former self. Like, it doesn't have enough content in it. And then State of Decay looks like excellent, like from what it has in the first game, but the jank and stuff and the co-op, it was billed as a multiplayer co-op survival game. And the co-op is the thing that people like, don't do it in co-op. I got to test it myself, but that's all I'm saying. So
Frog and Cake is stupid.
He putting up the Kraken. He putting up the Kraken. I'm sorry. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell.
And that tease last night with the next DLC, I'm like, it better not be a fucking fin. That better be a whole ass serpent. Like Jaws 1 special effects with this guy with a fin and he's just holding it above the water. That better be a whole serpent under there. Dang, how that is. But anyway,
I'm just not surprised though. I mean, are we really surprised?
I mean,
yes and no. I would say yes and no
we had this discussion.
We had this discussion, right?
And this is what I was saying. This shit looks janky. Like even from the previews and the cinematic trailers that they're showing, if they putting the guy in a headlock, he's not. His head ain't underneath his armpit. Like it's like it's off to the side a little bit. Like, and I saw it, and I'm like, man, we gonna have the same jank we had with the last one. Like, and here it is.
Yeah, let me ask the Plan Xbox because I didn't get a chance to have this topic with the Lords either. So,
go ahead.
Like, my main thing with all of this that's coming, obviously the news is coming out. We're seeing what's going on. We're hearing that the gameplay loop is good, right? Yeah. But unfortunately, the jank, the bugs, and more importantly, the multiplayer, right? So we know no dedicated servers off the rip, which was surprising to me. Kid, I saw you put the tweet out. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like I remember. As a guy that Xbox is my preference, like I remember when the Xbox One launched, right? The calling card was cloud and dedicated servers.
Yes.
Like that's their lane, right? Yes. So my thing is, how is it even possible that a Microsoft exclusive, and shout out to Jez Cord, he had a great article on this, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is it even possible that a Microsoft studio doesn't have it? And correct me if I'm wrong, kid, does Sea of Thieves have dedicated servers?
Yes.
so, right?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Sea of Thieves has dedicated servers, but State of Decay. So my concern is just with the Game Pass and the structure itself. Like, does this mean because a game is in Game Pass that it doesn't necessarily have to meet that standard? That's the concern I have. I just wanted to know what Plan Xbox, what you guys think.
I think they was playing fast and loose with that. I honestly think they was, and I don't really think it's got to do with anything with Game Pass. I honestly don't feel that development house is really under Microsoft's umbrella. I believe that they was like, yo, we like the game, we'll fund the game. Y'all can
they're like a
do
second
what y'all
party.
do.
Yeah,
we're not
like
gonna stick our fingers in your joint. Yeah, we're not gonna be what is they new joint is quadruple A. You're not a quadruple A studio, so you don't get the quadruple A perks.
But here's the thing: I've never seen a Microsoft exclusive not have it. That's their calling card. Like,
is it really an exclusive yet, though?
Yeah,
like maybe later on they might surprise somebody.
I don't know if it was from their review, like their devs' decision, but they actually made a decision because this is the thing: the first game, everybody's like, "Yo, they're making a second game," and it had some. I forgot what the code, like what the code was, but it was supposed to be an MMO, and everybody's like, "Oh, their next game is an MMO," and that's what they want to make. But what happened was that Microsoft came in and said, do a sequel to State of Decay 2 with co-op. Now, what they said in their interview, and I don't know where it was, but it was them saying this, was that they made a decision not to go with a cloud-based or a shared server because they wanted to keep the survival aspect. They basically chose that it's going to be a single player. They don't want grieving, and that was like the biggest thing. They didn't say it, but they were basically saying they don't want somebody to come to your base, steal all your resourcing, and then leave your game. They want that protected, and they didn't want a shared area where people were just like taking stuff, putting stuff in, sort of like a Minecraft. And they chose to kind of make it, I guess, peer-to-peer, but that was the reason why they didn't want to make it an MMO.
So you think the decision internally is coming from Undead Labs as opposed to Microsoft? Because Jez, he thinks it's Microsoft. Like,
Microsoft should have helped them make something that was bigger than this. Like, the reason why, and when it was announced as $30, I was like, oh shit, and everybody's like,
I was nervous too. I remember, I was a little nervous.
The thing was that people but it wasn't a sequel to an arcade game. What do you expect? The thing was that game surfaced in the same narrative as Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, State of Decay, Recore, whatever, like all their kind of lineup. It wasn't like an Xbox Live Arcade Summer of Arcade thing. It was actually in their lineup as part of their lineup. Even Phil Spencer last year, when he was excited for his lineup, put State of Decay in there. So he kind of brought it to that level. And then when it's a $30 game, I'm like, come on, Microsoft, like, why don't you build this out, build this franchise? And why don't you do this and make it an MMO? You need something like that. Like, why make this game kind of like this?
Why is it being treated like a second-class citizen game? And at the end of the day, it's like they even pulled up the old tweet, right? Shout out, Solid Red, what's up, baby? They put up the old tweet, and they were just like, this is a AAA game. One of the fans asked, like, are you guys giving this the AAA polish? Are you going to give it that treatment?
They said it twice.
They said it twice. So it's inexcusable.
Hold your thoughts. I'm going to intervene right quick for one thing. I just want to give a shout out to Cat Daddy Fast Stacks for becoming my second Patreon ever. Also, thanks, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video message that sends out. Also, Garuda Legends for giving you guys an awesome shout out. He says these brothers are mad cool. Keep them on. And shout out to Solid Rev for checking out.
No doubt, Rev, man. We gotta get you back in the realm, man. Rev is my dude, man. Definitely day one. But
but continue on, Cog.
I'm just going. I mean, it's pretty much y'all let Soft jump in if I know you want to jump in too. We're talking about this offline, but it's just disappointing, man. It's just so disappointing, and it's like it's almost like this was this is how I feel, kid. Like, this was the one game they really couldn't mess up. Like, the first game was so solid. Right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you can't really mess this up. Even if you give me the first one with co-op, I'm good. And then you hear that there's jank, and you hear that things are not working cooperatively, which is the strength of the game. And what's kind of crazy is the tether is not even really the issue people are complaining about. That tether stuff that everybody was all scared about, no one's really worried about that.
I heard they even expanded it from the preview event to like 300 meters or something like that. because they think that's maybe reasonable why maybe some of like the CPU or something like that maybe adding more like frame rate issues. Because
I would agree with that. I think it may be more a little bit more CPU intensive than we thought, but it's still again, my main concern is quality control. If a game is in Game Pass now, does that mean we are supposed to accept less quality and say, oh, because $30 and that's it, and that's disheartening? So, what you think, man?
I think that $30 price tag is a thing.
It definitely is a thing, but I don't think like when they said it's a AAA game, right? This game has been in development like 4 years, man. They've been working on this for a long time. After they brought out the Xbox One version of the first one, they had all that time to work on it. They moved it to the engine to Unreal from the beginning. It wasn't something that they shifted. Like it was supposed to be a huge deal. I don't really agree that they should have jumped right into something like an MMO that big right away.
That's what they want to do.
I think their vision from the beginning was to just expand on it and then maybe something down the line do something even bigger. But the thing is, I think Microsoft was there with them on this. Yeah, the dedicated server stuff is inexcusable. But the fact of the matter is that the jank of the game running. Like, why does this game, the way it looks, why does this game have to have 4K resolution? Why does the game have to have HDR support? Like what? Because
they got a $500 box out there. That's the reason why.
But that HDR do look really nice though. I'm not even saying front.
I'm sorry.
It look nice though.
Take away the HDR. If you go
so somebody can sit there and say they don't have HDR?
No, man.
No, but they put themselves in this position to force 4K because of the Xbox One X.
They still have Xbox One S to sell too. It's not like they're discontinuing Xbox One S, so the game still runs on that.
Too. Yeah.
The thing is, the thing about State of Decay 2, which is
you played it, so how is it?
I believe it or not, I played it in co-op with Addict last night, and then I played a little more in solo. I experienced some of the little bugs here and there, but the bugs I experienced weren't like game breaking. I guess I have to have, maybe it has to be 4-player co-op or something like that. As far as the game itself, I mean, when you're playing solo, it runs fine. It's whatever. But the thing is about I don't have a complaint about the game when I'm playing by myself. I haven't really experienced anything super crazy yet. You know what I mean? I like the way it feels. I like the way the guns sound. I like the way they feel. The combat is pretty fun to deal with. You know what I mean? And it's cool. Graphically, I'm disappointed. This game is running on Unreal Engine 4, and it's not really showing nothing for it. As far as the way that the game is and what it could have been, a reason I feel like this game is getting like so much shit right now is because it's getting the shit because it deserves the shit, but because of State of Decay 1, right, got such a pass for being everything this game is, they were given that a higher grade because of potential for the future. And I felt like State of Decay 1 got this pass like, oh man, we like the idea, the concept is great. It's a little buggy, can use some work, but when they come out with the next one, it's sky's the limit, right? So the fact that it does not improve on that at all,
and a new engine,
very like shocking on the newer engine. The bugs are still there. The improvement's not there. It is kind of a slap in the face. And now Microsoft is looking at, we got a 69 now. State of Decay 2 is a 68. See, I'm looking at why State of Decay 2 is being rated. And Jez, you mentioned it earlier. You was like, nobody's really talking about the core of the game and how good it is. Everything is really based around how it performs or
it's development.
It's development. And I'm like, okay,
I don't know what
that's fair enough. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. I get it. And then I start to think about games like Sea of Thieves, which was optimized pretty well. What's good? The biggest complaint was lack of content. I'm like, well, damn, what was so bad about Sea of Thieves where now these games are just pretty much close? I mean, there's a difference in quality, which has a difference in price. One's lacking content. One has content. One has content. And I thought, after Sea of Thieves grade came out, who thought by default State of Decay 2 would grade higher?
I did. I thought 75.
It was like it's by default. I thought it was going to be like I predicted a 73. 73.
That's what I predicted. Yeah.
And it didn't get that, but I was like, it'll be higher than the Sea of Thieves. And then I started thinking about older games that came out for Xbox One that got rated like low. And I'm like, because if all right now it's like, what's the standard? Because now I'm thinking some of the games that came out previously were just unfairly underrated. If you think about it, some of the games that got rated, like some of the games that got shitted on, go back and look at the grade for like Rise or fucking Recoil or fucking Quantum Break. Then you start to look at Sea of Thieves and say Decay, and you gotta like, wait a minute, these games were drastically better than
we're in the post God of War world.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Just about to say that.
That's crazy.
It was happening before God of War. Those are the narrative.
Those are like launch games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everything is context about what's around it at the time, right? Like,
Lucky's Tales got really banked on because it came out in the Mario too.
And it has both. And it has both as content.
And Lucky Tales was
DLC. Yo, we're not going that way because I'm gonna go rant on that one.
You gonna go rant on Lucky's Tale?
Quantum Break doesn't have DLC, but Lucky's Tale's got 2 episodes.
What's wrong with that? Quantum Break is a failure. It's a great failure.
But I'm really disappointed.
They could have put some DLC in it, fix it up.
No, because it didn't sell. Why the hell would I give you DLC if you ain't selling?
Lucky's Tale sold.
But you know what? You know what Lucky Tales did do? Lucky Tales was part of the narrative of the younger. Because remember,
and Zoo Tycoon,
all these games is like, they want a younger game.
Disney Rush, Zoo Tycoon, and all those things. Like, what the fuck is the Disney? What the hell are they doing?
They need to have younger games. Like
a $500 console. I'm gonna tell my 5-year-old go buy a $500 console.
No, but you think Lucky Tales only plays on regular X? I mean, on Xbox X? No, come on, cut that out.
Yeah, that's what
I know. But the thing is that it launched on the same day as the X. It was like, it was just so.
Oh, so you thought it was a package?
No, but it was just so weird that it was just so weird that at the time of them releasing the most powerful console in the world, they start remastering all these old kid games. It was just so strange. So strange. Who wants to play Zoo Tycoon in 4K?
You just don't like the timing of it. You got a problem with timing.
It was again another missed opportunity. Another missed opportunity. I don't know.
That wasn't an opportunity at all. That ain't no missed opportunity. That was
he's like, what? You go from means to extremes. You're like, and by the way, they don't have DLC for Quantum Break. What?
No, but I understand what you're saying. I think the sentiment is that as Xbox One X owners, and we're owning the most powerful console, one would think that with their exclusives, we get a chance to see that power showcase.
I don't think they was ready for the X though.
That's the thing that's so frustrating with this stuff.
It honestly should have came out in 2016. With Gears of War and Forza Horizon 3 and
that's the thing that's so frustrating with the Edge, because it's like, I mean, with the State of Decay scenario, especially because, like I said, the dedicated servers, and then graphically with the quality control, like who's signing off and saying it's ready to go?
Hold on. You know what bugs the fuck out of me?
Talk,
right?
Oh shit, go ahead, Smooth.
Because
what grinds your gears?
Let's go. Because now it's so apparent to me. Last year at E3, of the 3 games that were pretty much revealed around that time, not revealed, but like kind of was getting their final release dates, right? One of them had a release date at E3 last year.
Yes.
Crackdown 3, November 2017. Crackdown 3 had a release date along with Sea of Thieves for March, and then both Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2 were early 2018. I'm like, all right, so Crackdown is obviously the more polished, ready to go one, and that one went from 2017 to who the fuck knows when. And the fact that State of Decay 2 is official. And the fact that
I played that.
Yeah, man,
I'm glad he pushed that back. I played that. I'm glad he pushed that back. You talking about this?
Tell him, King.
It is.
Tell him, King.
Okay. You know what? You sit here, right? Matter of fact, we was together. What are you talking about?
No, he wasn't there.
What the hell?
This is the funny thing, right? Okay, you wasn't actually with us playing the game, but I told you about it it afterwards when we was in that restaurant, and
Yes.
you forgot about that part.
Yes.
I
Yes.
guess you let that go in one ear and fly out the other because you just didn't want to hear that. All right, but I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you that if they put that game down, if it comes out now in the form that we played it, they might as well close the doors. They might as well shut the doors down because the hate is going to be so loud.
King,
Twitter is going to explode.
You remember my face? when
Yo,
I was tweeting.
Cognito was playing the game.
What happened?
It was
His head come off or something
terrible.
down the street.
It literally
No.
felt like a
Part
up-res
one.
version.
Xbox 360 game.
It was
And-
part
and then-
one.
Up-res Xbox
Yeah.
360.
Yeah, and
It
then
was
my
part
main
one.
thing was the way the character movement was interacting
Oh,
with the ground.
oh,
It was
uh,
like the cloud. It was
He,
like the
he
character was
couldn't even
floating.
run on the floor right.
Yeah,
Y'all talking about the running and State of Decay?
Yeah, no, you're talking about Crackdown. Oh, Crackdown was like the guy was like floating.
Yeah,
Listen,
it had no
It's
weight, no
gliding.
substance. Like
It's gliding,
you're supposed to be this cop, whatever, and you out there in the streets running around, and it just didn't have that feel. It just felt light and floaty. And I'm looking at
We
it
was beta
graphically.
testing.
They didn't.
We was beta testing.
They didn't improve
right
on
there.
any of the mechanics from the first game. It was just the first game regurgitated.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
look like if you look at the Crackdown Xbox One X enhanced version,
Mhm.
it looks probably better and cleaner than what we saw.
Nigga,
Than what we saw.
yeah, Jez, I'm gonna tell you right now, if
Mhm.
you're ranting on anything,
Oh
on
shit!
anything
Don't even
about
stop.
them, I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna grind your gears off.
Oh.
The gears are gonna be smooth.
Don't let
Shit's
Jez
gonna
go
come
that
off the
game.
rails. I'm
You
gonna
gonna
go-
have smooth gears after this. Listen, they watched our faces while we went to play. I'm trust me, I know they was watching, and I had asked Cognito, "Did you want to play it again?" He said no. The dev was right there, and he said no. Okay, so you probably saying to yourself, maybe the systems that they was on is playing on regular S's. No, they were playing on PCs with 1080 Ti's in them.
Oh shit!
It was in 4K. I don't care what frames per second they was trying to do. The game looked like the first game, and nothing was destructible. I was shooting a wall, and the wall wasn't going away.
That was the
Now-
narrative. They
Yeah,
said,
no,
"Oh,
we
it's a
didn't get the
story.
multiplayer.
You can't destroy the city." That was the narrative. Remember
But
that
shout
speech?
out
But
to-
not even like you can't like. Let's say you throw a car or something like that. The explosions, they seem like cartoony little poofs. Like it was, there was no particle effects.
Nothing.
No,
Yeah.
no.
At the time that we saw at the state, we saw it. The best thing I can say about that game is shout out to my man Doc Cupcake when they put him in the game. That
Yes,
that was
that's all we was talking about.
I was like, yo,
Doc
shout out
Cupcake
to you
was
for
there.
being in this game. They got your
That's
character
all he
model.
was talking about.
That was it. But other than that, I with a straight face, I was like, nah, man, I can't.
I gotta give
I can't.
kudos to Phil.
Mhm.
I gotta give kudos to Phil because Phil looked at it and said, "That's not going out the door." I don't give a
Exactly.
goddamn."
I'm glad
I'm glad
they
that's
actually
He's like, "Well, we'll send those other ones out. We'll just this one will hold back."
I'm really starting to get heartbroken though, like about this shit.
Don't.
Because it's like
Don't.
no, but like not even that. But it's like the games that's out, like what's happening with Sea of Thieves and State of Decay. It's like you look at them like, what the fuck is happening?
You know
I
what
don't
it is
know,
about
man.
State of Decay? Because State of Decay, anybody who played the first one knew what was there. Like,
Yeah.
so the hope for this one was like, this is the one that's gonna put it on the map for everybody,
Yes.
and it's not
see-
gonna do that. At least
see-
not coming out the door.
I was different. Like I bought State of Decay on the 360. I didn't think it was a great game.
Mhm.
Then I got it upgraded on the enhanced edition, right?
That's what I did.
I got to play it, and I still didn't think it was a great game. So
It was
I
a surprise because
yeah,
there
I
was
was
no
like-
marketing in the 360 one. It just showed up in our
right.
feed.
And but
it's
you
like,
know,
whoa, this is pretty cool.
having it on the Xbox One, I was like, okay, it's still not a great game. But the
What
one
about
thing
it?
the one thing that interests me about the game when I heard it was when they said multiplayer. That's what interests me. And then
Yeah.
after I saw it, when I first saw the first trailer, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a time. And then once people start talking
Which
about
frog
they played
running
it,
his mouth about
and
today?
they
Well, you would know if you were here on time, Addict.
Exactly.
Oh,
Look,
that's
and
right.
it's not my fault. I got a J.O. fucking beat.
No,
I'm talking about the crack and lack, and that's what I'm talking about. That crack.
Oh,
Hold, I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to say to Decay. You have been
Yeah,
forgiven.
I was
will
talking
apologize.
about I was talking about State of Decay, and I was just saying, like, the first time I played it, my experience on the 360, I didn't really feel it. Then I played it again on Xbox One Enhanced Edition. I was like, I played it for a good probably 8 hours, and I was like, man, I put 8 hours, and I really didn't feel like I was doing anything. The game just felt really, I guess, generic in a sense. It was just like, it was a cool concept, but it was like, the one thing I kept saying is like, if I had multiplayer and it had a definitive kind of maybe story, but it didn't really have that. So I was kind of like, when they talked about State of Decay 2 and they were like, multiplayer, that's what excited me.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff
started,
all the stuff started coming out, and I was like, I don't know. It kind of sounded like to me what I got just from listening to people and then watching people, IGNs and GameSpot Early X. It kind of felt like when I was watching, I was like, this kind of seems like the first game with maybe a little bit of multiplayer added. That's what I kind of felt. And then me and Kids Move even did a bet, and I said this game was going to come out before Crackdown because I thought this game would be in a better state than Crackdown.
Oh yeah, did I owe you this game?
You owe me this game. I don't even want you to buy it. You can just give me a freaking. Because here's a.
He said, "Give me my Microsoft points. I'm not going to let you off the hook."
You can give me.
Give him Game Pass. Give him Game Pass.
Get his ass a Nintendo card.
This is how it don't matter. I got to switch. So my whole thing is like, it wouldn't matter what he got me. It's just that I don't want him to invest in something that I'm sitting here looking like I'm not going to play it. You know, I'm not interested in it now. Like the first one I really wasn't that interested in, and I kept going back and kept trying. You ever play a game you like, let me just keep going back. Let me just try it. Maybe I'll like it. I can't force myself.
You sound
to
like you're in a domestic violence situation.
I
want to address one of the chats. I want to address Rand said,
I want to address that, damn it. Like, what the?
Addict.
Go ahead.
No, it's cool.
I'm raging from his GOB.
Okay. No, Rand says after E3, Smooth will cancel Planet Xbox and will exclusively only do Planet PlayStation.
Damn. That's not giving us confidence, Lord Rand.
That's not.
No.
If E3 is that bad, I probably would cry on stream. Because I take E3. I use a personal day. Like I use vacation.
I think everyone does.
Even but that's money. Like it's money I could have used elsewhere. You know.
Man, you took a personal.
It's on a Sunday.
The Kraken is gone.
The Kraken's gone.
He's gone.
But no. I am getting disappointed because like even after like this episode of Inside Xbox, even though I kind of like knew what to expect, the motherfuckers should not said surprise at all. They should just they should not mention surprise. They
teased that Halo news, and I'll say that Grand Boy with his fucking smirk on his face. Holy,
let me tell you something about Inside Xbox. And when I got home, and I watched Kids Move, I watched everything, and what was so cringy to me, it was just like they were so corny.
He's eating a chicken dinner. Oh my god!
Like the cringeworthy stuff. I'm almost at the point where I think they don't need to go live. I think they really need to professionally edit the show.
They needed a Nintendo Direct that shit.
Yeah, like they need to control that.
Too many talking heads.
It's too many super corny. Oh my god!
Games. You know, I think what it is. Because Microsoft has been awfully friendly, and they want to create. Employment. Right. I think inside Xbox, it's just a way to get like content on like YouTube. It's like
Mixer,
YouTube, whatever. It's just
it's all Mixer program.
I can't even treat it like a gaming show. It's just a show for their ambassadors, the characters that they got.
It's Mixer engagement. That's what it is.
They got studios that they purchased, and they got to put these.
Did you see what Sean Murray revealed? He said that Microsoft did his hair and makeup, and he had so much hairspray in his hair.
Let's be real here. You know how Microsoft makes Inside Xbox like actually relevant, don't you? They stopped giving their games to like IGN and shit and announce it on that show. Yeah. Imagine if like State of Decay gameplay was revealed on Inside Xbox.
Dude, I'm telling you this. I'm watching one more Inside Xbox, and that's next month during the time.
You know damn well you're still watching.
If they pull that bullshit,
people in here want to bet that this dude gonna watch the one after that, the one after that, and the one after that.
Reason why I watched this one because I needed to practice how we gonna do our E3 reaction live stream. That's why I did that. I was like, all right, this is a nice one to do.
And then
I'm going to watch the one in June while they're at E3 because when you're doing the Inside Xbox live at E3, there's no room for fuckery. There's no room.
No,
like,
if you look at the last one, it's the same
sold.
thing. It's gonna be like what they did last year. They do that show. It's the same thing. They drop little tidbits. They have Phil Spencer on. He talks about how he loves everybody, and then they move on, and then they introduce. He's a nice guy, but you know what? Like,
wait, Jess, you going there?
He's not doing it. He's not gonna do that.
That's his Lord and Savior. Xbox is only begotten.
He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna go there. He's gonna leave that alone.
Hey,
That's gonna be on another episode. It ain't gonna be on this episode.
Everyone be good, man. Like, I got one thing to say. Jez, go ahead.
He's not gonna do that. Jez met me.
Yeah, he's a big dude, man. But I'm going to ask you a question because I'm going to get a few books on it. Do you know Phil Spencer on the back of that shirt?
Jez, this is your platform. You going to let this dude come in here and plop his ass out and he's going to egg him on.
I'm just saying he's going to come on the show. He's going to be like, I want everybody to play games, and then that's it. Like, that's what he's about. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but
who you wanted? Who you wanted? Who did you want as the boss?
I thought
who did you want? Who's a better boss, though? Give me your boss, and I'm gonna show you what my boss did to your boss. Give me your boss.
I'm not gonna say Donnie D. I'm not saying Don Matrick.
I'm just trying to figure out who's your boss.
When Phil, but guess what? Your boy, when he came in there, right? He was talking about, wasn't there the Rocky kind of trailer? And he was all tough talk, saying, I'm bringing all the games and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden, I guess his balls fell off or something like that.
Tell me all the bad stuff, right? All right, here we go.
Here we go. Yo, man.
Tell me when you're ready.
I want to tell you one thing. He was the head of Microsoft Studios. You can take the belt out. Yo, he was the head of Microsoft Gaming Studios. And how now all the games just shit. Like, he was the head of Microsoft Gaming. Yeah, what's up?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
What's up?
All right.
What's up?
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you exactly what my boy do under pressure. What my boy do under pressure. All right?
There we go.
So check it out, right?
I don't want Donnie D back. Don't put words on that.
No. You got your shine. I'll let you do that. You did it, right?
But you better be clear. I did not want Donnie D back. I just said
I'm not even talking about Donnie D. I'm just gonna give you my man's facts. I'm gonna give you his facts.
All right, his facts.
That's it. Nobody else. I'm not comparing him to nobody. I'm comparing him to himself.
Okay.
In the beginning of this generation, what was the talk? Talk was resolution.
True. Don't go there, man. You're very long.
No. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there right now. Right now, we're gonna go there. Because you don't want to go there, but we're gonna go there now.
I will.
TikTok. Okay. We're gonna go there right now. Check this out. Them other dudes is playing checkers while he's playing chess because they're on a checkerboard system. Now, and he's native right now, right? He's native, right? He went native on you, right? He went 4K native on you, right? So, okay, that's what he did. So now these dudes push the goalpost someplace else because they can't even talk about that no more because we already know where it plays best at, right? Because before, that what we was champion. We were champion, it plays best here. We couldn't say that because that PlayStation Pro was dancing all over us. Now that X is out, and that's directly because of him. He had to get rid of the dumb box. He had to kick that Kinect to the side. The Kinect you didn't want. He took it out of there. He helped you out. He got the Kinect out of there because you wasn't using it.
Yeah, he did. That was the one thing he did do when he came in. He took.
Okay. So now you're giving him credit.
But let me tell you about the resolution. You want to talk about Resolution Gate? Let me tell you, those systems, actually, this Xbox was more expensive than the PlayStation. All right, when they first came out, Phil came in and took out the Kinect, right? So now both of them are $400. Why is it called Resolution Gate? That means conspiracy gate. It's a conspiracy. What's going on? You know why? Because both of you are selling the same product for the same price. But guess what? The Xbox is underperforming.
Who did that?
I don't care who did it. It's what happened.
Phil did it? No, Phil came in and had to fix it, right? So, okay, my man came in and fixed it. Thank you for putting one in Phil column.
Okay, so
All
you
right.
love Phil because he started with hardware, with services.
All right,
and
yeah, that's
games
right. That's how
first.
you got to start.
That's your boy.
You jump in your
boy.
car, you starting with a car, right?
Boy,
all right, now he gonna give you the gas. I'm gonna give you the gas. Gas for your car right now.
Yo, State of
Give me
Decay
the gas for your
2
car.
has higher frame rate on your VCR Xbox than on the X.
All right. Did you
Okay.
play it yet?
Did you see the videos of people
Did you
looking
play
at
it yet?
side by side?
Time out. I'm not talking about secondhand stuff. I'm talking about did you?
No, you know I didn't play it yet.
No,
but
okay,
did you
exactly.
did you see the frame
stop
rate
doing
differences
secondhand
between
stuff.
the X and
I
the X?
actually
They ran through
played
their little
it.
machine. You played on the original and on the X.
No, I don't got original. I'm not
What
gonna
I'm
front. I ain't
saying
gonna
is that the X
I ain't gonna front. I ain't
has
got
a
the
lot
original.
30 frames per second, and the original Xbox and the S are hitting higher frame rates at 40 and 35 frames per second than the X.
All right.
But that's gotta be
that the game
So
is
that's
actually
4K right there.
actually the game is running
It's
better.
higher than 30 frames.
Yeah.
The game is running better for the people with the earlier systems.
It
So you
is.
say Phil helping out the earlier systems.
It is. State of Decay 2 is running better on the earlier systems, and people are saying because they're running a higher resolution.
That's the bad thing?
Wait, why is the frame rate unlocked? They need to lock the frame rate.
They need to unlock it, or offer some type of performance mode where
I
don't
just
have
know
to
what I saw on YouTube. This wasn't no fanboy video. These are people running this through.
You're giving me secondhand talk again. So we go.
King,
What's up?
how does it feel to know that I'm playing the superior State of Decay than you?
Does that game? Does that game support?
You can stay on that OG Xbox all you want. That's the VCR.
Any of you fools look at my Planet Xbox tweets? Holy shit! I put the facts in the Planet
Nobody
Xbox.
tweet you.
All right, guys, we gotta move along.
Let's move on. Let's move on. But you ain't gonna be going at Phil like that. That ain't gonna happen today.
Yo, I preface it. I preface it with Ice is not a bad guy. He's a good guy.
So he's a nice guy.
He's a championship. Good guys don't win championships.
You trying to say like he a nice guy that can't fight?
Exactly.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem, right? He thinks that Phil can't fight, but Phil just did everything that he wanted him to do.
Who made him the friggin' Dalai Lama of goddamn gaming? Who gives a shit?
What did you want him to be, though? This is my question. What did you want him to be? Why he not your favorite? He want to be your favorite, so what can make him your favorite?
You got a thing on the shelf that your company is making. You sell that shit. You don't talk about other people's shit.
Oh, so you say he promoting the Next Man album?
Fuck out of here with that.
You know what he's doing, right? You know what he's doing, right? You know what he's doing, right? He's doing exactly what Michael Jordan was
Switch in
doing.
his back pocket. Watch, he didn't come out with a fucking Switch. He went to Japan, man. He went to Japan. He's gonna come back with fucking Nintendo. He's telling you, man.
You got mad.
Yo,
you got mad because he said God of War look good. You got mad because he said something that you said. So you not mad at yourself.
To be fair, just be saying shit in the Planet Xbox chat. I roll my eyes at least 3 times a day. So.
All right, guys, we got.
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
let's leave Phil alone.
We're gonna do this. enough Xbox bashing. We did that shit for the first 30 minutes. Let's get into these predictions. Hopefully, all the trials and tribulations lead to some good things at E3 next month. And I want to know who wants to lead us into the Xbox E3 prediction. Who wants to come in first? Is it going to be somebody from Planet Xbox or Iron Lords?
I already made my first one. The Switch will be on stage.
Yo,
it might.
I got a prediction.
No, with the Minecraft, watch.
I got a prediction. Jess gonna cry on camera.
No, man, I'm just gonna fucking rage. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cry. Smooth crying. I'm just going on.
He's gonna be like, yo, Phil did it. Yo, I can't even believe it, man. And he brought out a Switch.
Who set the predictions off?
I think that
go ahead.
I said this. I said this way back when. I think that EA, and I keep saying this, EA and Microsoft have something big planned for E3. And I don't know if you remember me saying this, and Smooth was like, who do you know? And part of it's going to be Anthem. Anthem is going to be a really big thing on Microsoft stage. But I think there's something big with EA. EA and Microsoft have always been close. If you never think about how they transition as two American companies,
Absolutely.
everybody kind of in a sense that work at Microsoft has worked at EA, or EA has worked at Microsoft at one point. They just switch bosses inside out. That's what I don't like either companies. They're the trash as far as the companies. But I love the Xbox brand. I just think that Microsoft's a dirty company. They don't.
How many times do we have to hear the same?
Hold on. Let me finish it out. Listen to what I'm saying. Because it's not like I'm not saying won't buy their products. I don't know Apple, and I think Apple's a dirty company. You got to understand these American companies don't even give people. They don't give the people in their own countries their jobs, and they let their technology go over to the countries.
Get to the prediction, man.
So the bottom hold on. So the bottom line is what I'm saying is the bottom line. The case in point is EA and Microsoft have something big. Anthem is going to be big, but EA has something else big coming for Xbox. That's my first prediction.
So what is it? Like, you just gonna say EA got a game? Obviously,
EA has something big coming for Xbox. That's all I'm gonna say.
I want to
Madden. I don't know. Like, what the
Frogs? It better not be Madden 20.
It's not gonna be Madden. It's not gonna be something we know about. It's gonna be something that we're not expecting. Let's just say that.
All right.
You must be Kitty Cat number 3. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Come on, predictions. Come on. I need something juicy.
I said Anthem.
That's it? That's your only prediction?
No, I have another prediction.
So
Fable.
we're going one Planet Xbox, one IOP.
Yeah, let's go like that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's let him finish up first.
David assume he's gonna be the one talking.
The only reason why I'm saying this is because
I just didn't let him finish. No,
because
you want to talk, you can talk. Being that you switched in sides back and forth, I don't know which side you on. Really.
Rob would easily go off on a tangent.
No, the only reason I went on a tangent because I got interrupted by Addict. All right. That's the only reason.
You should be used to that.
All right, let's quiet. No interruptions. Just let him go. No side.
Okay, so okay, look. No sidebars. No. If you want to say first party, Fable Wisdoms, I think they'll announce it.
Fable Wisdoms. What the hell is that?
He said Fable Wisdoms. Yo, my man got a crystal ball.
You asked me so.
Yo, listen, and if it comes out Fable Wisdoms, I'm damn sure
I'm gonna pass out. Yeah, that'll be crazy.
If it comes up Fable Wisdom, like,
well, I'm bending the knee.
It's too early.
I don't know how the hell he came up with that name, but I'm bending the knee.
That's the code name. Actually,
if he comes up with Fable Wisdom, he's the best bot.
I'm bending with that title.
Who's next on prediction, man?
Can I take it?
All right, go ahead, King.
Yeah.
I think they merge. I think EA and Microsoft merge on stage. I think Anthem is exclusive to Microsoft.
Whoa.
I think EA Game Pass, EA Access and Game Pass merged to one service. That's what I think happened.
Old ass prediction.
I think you're gonna be crying, man.
No, you asked what I think will happen.
Yeah,
that's what I think will happen.
All right, so you going bold? All right, so who up for Planet Xbox?
Going bold? He's trying to win the lottery.
I had the list number to hit. Going back, what was it? 2 years ago?
Y'all doing one prediction each round, or is it just?
However y'all want to do it, man. Who's up next?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so disappointed in Microsoft. Like I can't even think of that. I don't care.
If somebody had a gun to your head and was like, "Yo, are they gonna announce a Halo arcade cabinet for Dave and Buster's?"
I know, right? I would have said hell. No. Smoking.
Yo, man, they're pulling shit out their ass now. I don't know.
Planet Xbox, y'all up? Who got a prediction?
All right, we're gonna. In the matter of fact. We're going.
There's going to be avatars on stage, and they're going to announce Joyride 4K.
Oh my god!
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, you hate. You got a special type of hate. You hate a special type of hate. I didn't get none of this aroma off the packs. I didn't get none of this. It didn't smell like that. It didn't smell like that. It smelled fresh. The aroma was good.
Yeah,
I didn't get none of this.
I'm not hot off that inside Xbox though. I'm a new type of fucking. I'm an educated Xbox fan. Like I said, I'm the worst type of person.
Yeah,
I am
You are the
fucking
worst type of
Lord
person.
Sarver,
They
Lord
gotta
Sarver.
agree on something.
Lord Sarver,
Yeah, you got original Xbox.
They're gonna have X. No, man, I got everything. I had everything. I did not buy the X. I put my foot down with the X. I did not
Lord
buy it.
Sarver, you got a prediction?
Saab, what up?
Yeah, I don't think that Scalebound leak was a coincidence.
Ooh.
I think Scalebound comes back, and I think it's in the Panzer Dragoon franchise.
I do have a question. Like, speaking of that, if Scalebound was like secretly being worked on development and it does get re-announced, like, do you think that's a big thing? Like,
I think it's Sega, and I think it's Panzer Dragoon. I don't think it's a new thing. I think they bring back Panzer Dragoon with Scalebound as the name, whatever. But I think it's in that franchise. They went to Sega earlier. They never said what it is they were going to meet over there for. Phil said again recently. He's like, "Look, we're gonna have Japanese developers on stage." So
wait, Saab, you think that's like the Freudian slip? You think like that was somebody pressed the button by mistake?
Why? Because the thing is, why would that be in their system anymore? Why would it even be anywhere near this?
Hey, a lot of, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do you one better, right? A lot of people saying, "Oh, that's old." It's not old. It's not old because they got rid of it.
New comments was on it.
The comments were the oldest comment was April 14th.
Really?
Yes. The oldest comment was April 14th. Everything was April 2018. All the comments there were from April 2018. Otherwise, if it was the same code, you could comment on it before. It would be you would see comments from 2016 and onward. Like, you know what I mean? Why would the comments only be from April 2018? Oh, it's an old code. No. The old code's gone. That's the new code. They just only mistake was they still had Platinum as the developer. That's why little Kamiya was confused about it when he quoted.
That we making it? Nobody called me.
You sound like
he just started walking around the building like, "Yo, you making this behind my back?" It's like it says Platinum. What are these motherfuckers are making this shit?
All right. I got a prediction.
What you got, kid?
Shit. All right.
I mean, it can't be anything worse than what King just said. So
Yo, you're gonna go at me all you like. When it happened, I'm just gonna look at you.
man, you lost the list worse, you about to lose this shit too.
Listen, it's no problem. And I'm gonna look at you and say, "Yo, it didn't happen. They didn't merge like Devastator. But if they merge like Devastator, your ass gonna be the first one to say, "Yo, King is bugged out, man." You knew that though.
I believe Daryl Gallagher's he will show off the new first party devs because like I said, he's gonna be there showing off something. I believe Daryl Gallagher shows off his vision of the new Perfect Dark.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm down with that.
I'll give y'all one. I think this is a no-brainer. I mean, obviously with them setting up in the inside Xbox with your man from the voice Michael Ironside, we know Splinter Cell got to be on that stage, y'all.
Yep.
We know Splinter Cell has to be on that stage. It's not. The question will be, how do they implement it? Will they be bold and actually try to embolden Game Pass by having it in Game Pass? You know what I mean? Will they? You know, which I know it would be interesting to see which one. Because I would love to see whether that. Or just hate it. I would love to see whether
that's not me, man.
No, that's me.
Just ain't say nothing. That's Frog. Frog said Helson and all.
I gotta address something. Ran, if you weren't an admin, you would have got timed out like 10 dumbass comments ago.
Ran, those don't sound like projections from your video. You sound like you're pretty damn sure what they're gonna show.
To the Splinter Cell thing, I think it would be interesting to see between either that or Shadow of the Tomb Raider, if they're ballsy enough to put one of these third-party games in Game Pass to embolden the service.
I
could see Shadow of the Tomb Raider before Splinter Cell.
I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I believe three big third-party games will be launching day and date in Game Pass this year.
I think we could all be on the same page. I think this E3 is going to be all about Game Pass and keeping those subscribers.
Yo, if it's all about Game Pass,
this is all about, man. It's gonna be about
If it's all about Game Pass, none of those games is going.
They're gonna be like, we have a lot of AAA games in our server
like
that aren't ours.
Exactly, yo. Well, no, but they're gonna be like a lot of those kind of like indie games, like launching day one on Game Pass. They're gonna do tons of that.
Yeah, the last
Game
night,
Pass
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Ori,
last night,
Ori,
Ashen, Below, maybe all of them. Who knows?
That's gonna be the whole thing. Like it's gonna be a lot about Game Pass. Keep those subscribers.
Addict, do you have a prediction for us?
yes. What's going on?
I think.
Are you ILP or are you playing Xbox right now? Because we need to know who's coming after you. That's all I'm saying. Though.
Let's be real here, okay? Anything I say, you, Frog, and Jez are all coming after me. You guys don't discriminate. So
Pretty much.
Yeah. They're
gonna form an anti-addict podcast after the show.
That's right, man.
Good, Addict.
to be honest with you, I think there's going to be I think they're going to start it with Forza. I think they're going to announce a bunch of third parties in between. I think they're going to announce Splinter Cell, Game Pass. I kind of feel like Splinter Cell might go to Game Pass, and people are like, "Oh no, this, no that." It's like, look, like Microsoft put in money. It's going to Game Pass. Like it's not been a secret when Microsoft believes in something and they put money behind it, it does well. So look at the games that don't do well. They put money behind it, but they didn't really put money behind it. Look at Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, they promoted like crazy. Like that was everywhere. It was in the movie theater.
Shot a guy out of a cannon for that game.
Oh my god! Can you please shut up about the cannon shooting? I want to shoot you out of a cannon because you get on my nerves with that one.
It happened, man. It happened.
I think they're gonna. I believe Ran. As much as I like to mess with him in the comment section, I don't think.
What you think?
I don't think Crackdown's going to be there. I think it's getting delayed.
Wow.
Just can't.
Shout out to Rand in the chat. He's been holding the line on Crackdown not being there. He's holding the line.
I think
that's what I got.
He would know.
If any of
this year,
like games that aren't going to be there, I swear I am boycotting Rand for a fucking year. I will not watch any more Xbox 2. I will not do it.
Oh no!
He broke my heart before I got to watch it, and then my heart broke. It's true. Like no.
Which part? The Crackdown aspect? What aspect?
The Crackdown aspect because it's starting to get me timid. The No Perfect Dark.
He said timid.
Hey! I need some blame Rand hashtags in the chat, man.
Blame Rand, hashtag like we gotta get that popping.
Terry Crews is gonna be on stage.
You get that Crackdown.
That's gonna happen.
You delay
Crackdown.
You might as well cancel.
I agree.
You're gonna get Crackdown. Crackdown is gonna look.
I think my prediction for Crackdown is you get Crackdown. You don't get that online destructibility. What you do get is Battle Royale. You do get Battle Royale multiplayer.
You talking about this year?
You get Fortnite.
I don't want that shit because Call of Duty's Battle Royale really just killed it by default.
No.
By default, unfortunately.
If Crackdown's not at E3, man, it's gonna get the Phantom Dust treatment.
Yeah.
Just go out there for free. Some bullshit like Major Nelson announcement tweet.
Phantom Dust.
Crackdown's available today. Enjoy.
Wait, Phantom Dust. Phantom Dust or Thanos Dust? Like
Phantom Dust. That Phantom Dust shit. We're just like we're working.
That was the absolute worst game ever.
And then they're like, yo, man, just
I actually took that off of my hard drive. I did
too. It haunted me. I'm like, this was supposed to be a remake.
I think they're gonna end it with the Halo 6 trailer.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
That would be nice.
You gonna have a hoodie on in the desert again?
Oh, no, man. You got the arcade cabinet.
You got the same trailer with him with the poncho.
How you going?
It might be Anthem. They might be
Spartan.
I think they're gonna open with Anthem.
They're gonna end it. They're gonna wheel out the Halo arcade cabinet. Dave & Buster's signs are going to come down. They're going to show the guys playing them, and they're going to show the guys on PC playing the guys against the arcade cabinet at Dave & Buster's. And that works with Xbox.
He said the PC guys.
And then the HoloLens is going to come out on stage, and they're playing with those guys.
You want to stop it.
Yo, shout out to Red in chat. He said Cyberpunk
Biggest
is
E3
the show. He put it out.
That makes sense.
Yo.
Okay, here, Rand. I just got one thing. Either
Blame Rand.
Well, Rand is just telling you his insider.
No, but
That's
I
all.
agree with Rand. I agree. Cyberpunk is going to be on their stage, but I definitely agree with Addict. I think they're going to close with Halo. I definitely think they are. I think
so, because when I spoke to Phil last year, and I asked him because he asked me how was the show, and I told
he kept
him,
it a buck. Phil kept it a buck with you.
I told him, I said the show was good. He said no, like he grabbed my arm and was like, nah, tell me what you really feel. I was like,
he know your mouth is loose.
I said, that's what you ready for? You ready for that? He said, yes, okay. I got one question. I'm not even gonna go hard on
with the most serious. You ready for this?
I said, why the hell did you end on a game that's not yours?
That's a good point. He did tell him that.
And
he did tell him his face.
He said it was business.
Yes.
Yep.
I said, all right, your hands is tied. I understand that part. Okay. You got to understand that to get this, to play ball, you have to play ball. And for him to get Anthem exclusive in time, fashion, any DLC, any stuff, because remember, they lost me and they could have really had Destiny, all right? But
I keep saying it.
Yeah.
So to get something, and it's supposed to be the Destiny killer or whatever, he had to play ball. He said, yeah, check it out. We're going to give you a big spot on our stage, and we're going to let you close the show. Oh, for real? All right, that sounds cool. This year, before, after the merger goes through,
the merger. Oh my God! Was it Peter Moore gonna come down on stage?
After the merger go through, Peter Moore gonna come out with a tramp stamp. He ain't microphone.
You got a tattoo with
hold on. I like Peter Moore.
Yeah, shout out to Peter Moore.
Yo, Peter Moore was the Xbox.
That's my
he
guy.
he was probably next to Phil the best president.
I got him over. That's my personal choice.
That's for y'all. That's for y'all too. I see what Phil did, but I think Halo closes the show, like you said. I really do. I think so.
Halo closes the show,
they need it.
And they murder Locke in the intro trailer.
They murder Locke.
Right? They murder Locke.
That's probably true. They probably shoot Locke in the head because he's playing Luke Cage.
He has a career.
To be honest with you,
now he don't need a fucking Halo.
To be honest with you, I feel like it would be more like. I do feel like at this point in time, I do think Cyberpunk has more of a
real shot.
hype than Halo 6.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like it would be more effective if they opened up with that.
Oh, Smooth! Somebody said to tell me when Smooth got DMX on the pass.
Yeah, that's old though. That's old.
So hold on.
Let
me ask you this question: Cyberpunk, does it come out this year or next year? We talking?
Oh hell no!
The year after
Next year.
Yeah,
next year.
So year after, okay. Because I was wondering about that. Well, so wait, no, that's what it was. Splinter Cells come out this year or next year? That's what I was gonna ask you.
I think Splinter Cell
next year. I think it could be this year or next year. I do.
Spring and Assassin's Creed comes out.
I predict Gears of War comes out this year.
Well, you know what?
Gears of War,
everybody has
real. You think
man.
that's
everybody has Red Deaditis? I don't think that's coming this year.
That Gears of War XCOM
Battle Royale.
Yo, if it's a Gears of War XCOM game, I will fucking cry. I don't want no RTS. I don't want no XCOM type.
But that's how you gotta think, man.
You better watch
XCOM. It works on PC. It works on Xbox. One big family. That's how they think. Who's gonna dim the light? She's gonna come out on stage. She's gonna get Reggie. They're gonna have a candlelight dinner.
Why you said Phil got to dim the light though? That's my
joke. Gonna have a romantic dinner with his competitors.
I told you, I told you, stop it. Right?
Wait,
you gonna stop putting?
Wait, here we go.
How does it turning down lights? He's not doing that. He's not turning down lights.
Hold on. Hold on. What's up?
How does it feel to know that the next Gears is going to be a Windows 10 exclusive because it's going to be an RT?
If it's net, I'll cry. I don't know how to play those.
Yeah,
games,
you better get a box of tissues.
Like I don't want to play like an XCOM game. I don't want to play an RTS. I can't. I don't know how. It's like I'm mentally disabled.
And that's the
game.
So if they announce Gears of War XCOM, then they can introduce mouse and keyboard support to the Xbox.
Yo, Jez,
this is how they think, guys. You gotta think that they released the fucking Halo cabinet. Holy kid machine.
I ain't gonna
front. Tron.
If it's a Gears of War XCOM style, I might be in with you on that one.
Yeah, I swear to God, man,
it's a perfect fit.
Why did they release a fucking Forza arcade cabinet to put right next to the Halo one? Holy,
you're really not gonna let this.
You can stock up a Dave and Buster's with Xbox IP.
Hey,
since y'all talking about,
do you think they announced some Cuphead DLC?
I'll tell you right now, we're gonna get some Sea of Thieves again.
Yeah, but since y'all talking about Game Pass stuff, I think one good example of a Game Pass game they're gonna announce that might not come out, would definitely not come out to next year is Metro Exodus, because that game is good, but it doesn't sell well, and I can see that game being on Game Pass.
They delayed it. 2018 is weird because a lot of games moved into 2019, and there's not one game announced for November of this year.
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
I think next gen is coming sooner than you know.
Oh, you think the Division will be back on Microsoft stage, because Ubisoft's gonna have make an announcement, but do you think they keep it no. Being at the first Division?
They have to.
Who shows first? Microsoft.
They have to.
Ubisoft.
Microsoft.
I guarantee you, Microsoft's gonna have the marketing rights, but they're not gonna show it at the show.
I think no, because if Microsoft don't have enough of their own shit to show, they're gonna show a lot of third parties.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have enough.
Or maybe you might get surprised. Because Phil said he bringing games.
Well, it could
Shout
be a
out
good.
To Anchorman. He said he need to find his feed for this podcast. Half these dudes would know each other.
That's pretty much. That's right.
Like, it could
Shout out
be
to
a- it
Anchorman.
could be a
That's
good
my
tactic,
dude.
though.
Wait, what did Anchorman?
He said he need to find his feed for IoT
here,
and Planet Xbox, because all
Look
these
here,
dudes,
Anchorman.
we all used to be in the chat together.
It would be me, because I'm the one that set this shit up, so you can walk your happy ass out.
No, but I think the Anchorman being like.
I think I like this Addict. I think I like this Addict.
You like gaming Addict. You don't like Lord Addict. You like gaming.
You know what it is? I like gaming Addict because he's more refreshed. This Addict is refreshed. He's sharp too. He's sharp. Yeah, he got that Ginsu out.
Kid, by the time we get him on Sunday, he's sleeping.
He had his little Ginsu out. He was like,
oh.
No, I agree. I agree that you may see some, but I think Ubisoft is good at Microsoft, but I don't think because like you said, Phil Spencer says certain things are business, and when Ubisoft when they were just talking about their business, they were showing about where stuff sells. Everything is selling dominantly at a higher percentage. So it's kind of like, do we show this at our own conference, or do we put it on an Xbox stage when we know the majority of people are jumping to the competitors to play it? I think Ubisoft shows it with their corny dance, whatever they're up to now on their stage. That's what they do. Ubisoft is that kind of company to me that they get a lot of credit for a lot of things, and I don't hate the company. I just think that a lot of their games are the same.
No doubt.
So,
I think Splinter Cell is definitely gonna be on Xbox stage. Like, I definitely think.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That would be cool.
I need that Splinter Cell, man.
Yeah, let's be real here. They're just gonna announce Dance Dance Revolution 1, 2 through 8, and then they're gonna announce Super Lucky Tales 2, Record 2.
Oh man, don't you do Super Lucky Tales?
Oh my God, they better not announce any of that.
I think going back to the Sega thing, I think. Because Platinum said they were working on a game, and I think Phil kind of fixed that relationship with Platinum. I think it's Vanquish 2, and I think it's going to be on Xbox stage.
They just put Vanquish on Xbox.
So you don't think it's we got Nier on our console now? You don't think it's going to be that?
I think you get
E3.
I think you get Nier,
old games like
Nier and Neo. I mean, both of those games, I think they come, but I don't think it's a thing
not
on stage.
I
don't know.
You don't know what the fuck?
Nah. You don't, unless it looks like considerably better than the PlayStation version and stuff like that. Like I don't see it. Man.
I see more of a Nier kind of like as an inside Xbox kind of a
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Because you see they quick to do the No Man's Sky. You know what I'm saying? Like when I don't know if they did anything with Hellblade. Hellblade, they kind of weird.
They did.
Yeah, so I think that
they kind of just said, "Here you go."
From them when they'll put that kind of stuff that exclusives from PlayStation that's deals that was kind of expired and then kind of promoted that way. I would be very shocked to see that on a Microsoft stage. Like I would be shocked.
Hey, it's hard to really say what they're gonna do. It's really hard to say what they're gonna do because they're just so all over the place. They're all over the place.
All over.
It's very hard to say what Microsoft is gonna do with the Xbox brand.
You guys think they roll Xbox Live into Game Pass? Make it one thing?
No. I would like to say
they should have a patent. It should be a patent.
Because they make enough money off of it.
Two things.
No, I was gonna say they make too much money off of it.
Two things that would definitely turn my head over at E3 is if they drop the price of the Xbox One X to $400, or even $450.
I think that's gonna happen.
That's a good question for you, Jez. Like, what being that you're the grind my gears guy, what would actually get you excited?
I'm gonna tell you, right? That's it. Right?
What would be like? I want to know a moment.
You know what would get him excited if PUBG gets a trial.
Yo, man,
find the criteria for me, Jez.
That's some bull. That's some bull.
Ask Jez the same question
for Microsoft's E3.
They need to come out and go Xbox One X $400. They need to come out and go, here is Killer Instinct, here is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Here's
there you go.
Here's Perfect Dark. Here's the new Halo game. Here's Gears of War. Here's Fable. Here's Forza.
Oh, so you have unrealistic expectations.
All right, but guess what? What's the release date? Now you know that most likely if that was to happen, those release dates are not.
That's next gen.
I don't care about release dates. I just want to see investment in them selecting the games that we want to play. This is what gets me pissed off is that I feel like we got to kind of tell them what we want. When I was with the 360, when we got the Xbox One at launch, did you sit there and go, I want a game like Titanfall? No, they knew that we wanted a game like Titanfall. They found it, they signed it, and they gave it to us.
Yo, Jess, this goes right back to what I was talking about yesterday. Like it seemed like Microsoft they knew what they were trying to do. Right now, I think they're confused. You know what I'm saying? Like when the gen first started, they hit us with the Rise and the Sunset.
Rise.
So they had to all these fucking games, all these games that I thought they were great.
Yeah,
and now people didn't support.
I love the Xbox One launch lineup.
Like exactly. Now people are supporting them. They don't know what the fuck to do now.
That's right. Did you see petitions to Sony?
Does that make you cry though?
No, but I don't cry. I don't
come out your eyes.
Crying. I used to the Stony people.
I mean, if they give you what you want, if they give you what you want, you gonna cry.
What?
No,
I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna tell you when they announced backwards compatibility, I thought that was incredible. That was excellent, and I thought they were gonna use that to kick off the new generation.
Who did that for you?
Who did that for me?
Who did that for you?
Metric.
Phil.
I'm saying if Phil come out with those games you want.
Phil Spencer
did come out with those games you want.
I'm going to tell you, I don't like. Let me be clear about Phil Spencer. I don't like the Phil Spencer when he started putting shit on PC. That's the Phil Spencer I don't
like. But just like, how does that affect you as a console gamer? Though?
Yeah, you want to know why? Okay, here we go, guys. This is the reason why. The reason why it affects you as a console game is not because somebody else is playing on the PC. It's because the games are being built to satisfy that install base. That's the problem. The games are being compromised to support a PC and an Xbox.
Compromised? In what way? What way though?
In what way?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Sea of Thieves is one way because it's an accessible game. There's no progression because they're gearing towards a larger audience right now.
Don't you think that's more of a Game Pass thing as opposed to a cross-platform game?
No, because Sea of Thieves was out before Game Pass. That's the reason why the price sold so much because people pre-ordered it.
Okay.
But the thing is that the games are being made for a larger audience now. That's why we don't get the games that we want because they can't focus on the dude bros anymore or people that want those type of hardcore games.
What the hell are you talking about?
Sea of Thieves was announced before Game Pass. It wasn't.
I thought you said it was out.
No.
Definitely foul.
I mean, a lot of people say that gamers are the most hardcore of the hardcore. Like,
Jess, let me tell you something. You should be happy that the games are going to PC. Let me tell you why. Because
I'm paying for free right now.
I'm saying it's
about.
I'm
paying for Xbox Live.
Everything is about the bread, right? Everything is about making money, right? The more people support these games that are going to PC, the more revenue that Microsoft is getting to create games.
I don't care about their revenue, man. If we're getting
that's
shit-ass games, then they got to put the
So
money
do
in.
you think the
That's how you
quality
wanna
of
get
games is a direct correlation to the fact that it's on PC?
Everything that Microsoft is doing is going after the 2 billion gamers, and in order to do that, you cannot focus on the core audience. They set it themselves where the Xbox, they don't see success with the Xbox, they see success beyond the Xbox. So in order to do that, when Sea of Thieves came out, Phil Spencer said, "I'm so glad we made an accessible game," because they don't want a person 2 years from now to come on and see a guy at level 50 and saying, "I can't play with him." So they compromised the game to be accessible to a larger audience.
Games as a service.
Well, games as a service, games on PC.
Right. So pretty much
he's trying to go back to the PC. No,
I'm telling you, the games on PC. Look at the crap in the Windows Store, man.
Well, the Windows Store is trash.
That's doing us, baby.
Trash.
Yeah,
well, Windows Store's trash, but that's
when they buy Steam. When they buy Steam,
tell me how Gears of War 4 was more
But
successful.
the accessibility stuff doesn't hold up when you talk about State of Decay. That game is definitely not for everybody. That game has systems under it, like systems on top of systems on top of systems. If you don't like that type of game, you'll never like that type of game.
True, but I want to know
this though. I want to know why that game's for everybody, because there's drop in and drop out co-op when you're just basically an NPC. So I don't
until you figure out that it's not.
But I could jump into your game if you're the hardcore gamer as the host and you're doing the
PC touchy.
Right? No, man, I'm telling you, I'm playing on the PC because I told you I'm milking them for they want to put
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was just about to say. Because if that's the case and you feel that way, then you should go to that platform.
I do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. So it's like my thing is that it seems like they're irritating you in the console space by catering to that, by catering to games.
Because they don't care about the Xbox, man. And if like, you don't care about it, just get out.
Right. So, all right, my whole thing. Just get out. The only argument I will give you that is a concern, and we've talked about, me and Kid have talked about it, me and Addict have talked about it, is that with the start of a service like a Game Pass, and we've seen the first two offerings, we've seen Sea of Thieves, high polish, content kind of lacking. Then we have State of Decay, which is like no polish, but great end game, great gameplay loop. And my only concern, Jazz, is like, I do agree in the sense that because these things are kind of coming out, they want to establish themselves almost like the Netflix of gaming, right? So being that these games are coming out in these time fashion, I'm worried if these guys are actually not hitting the quality control just with a sense, hey, just get it out on Game Pass. The price point is what it is. We'll deal with it later. And if that's the direction, then I'm with you. Then I got a concern. Because at the end of the day, these can't be Microsoft. Like if we're gonna be Netflix, right? Imagine if
Netflix is all about content.
Exactly. Imagine if Netflix didn't have the Daredevils and the hot original content, and we got
that in the beginning.
They didn't have that when they started. They earned that.
Exactly.
Right. I just want the quality control to match, and that's the only thing I side with Jezzo on that part. It has to match.
But you don't think that because they're reaching out, like all the moves that they're making are reaching out to a broader audience. That's the and that, you know what? That's great for gaming, but not good for the Xbox hardcore console owners.
Yeah, but what he said though is he's not playing on Xbox, but he's playing on PC. Who did that for you?
That's what I'm doing. Who did that for you? You know what? I did it by you want to know what?
I just want to know who did it for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something.
He wants you to bend the knee. He's doing a bending knee right now.
I'm gonna tell you what your guy did. Your guy basically told me to go try.
Did a lot of things for you that you just being ungrateful for.
Your guy,
I just hear you being
that
a
guy
lot
told
of
me to go to
ungrateful.
PC. He told me there was gonna be VR.
But you were able to do that because of him. Because he said it so.
But that's not good, man. If you're trying to sell a console, how the hell did the guy tell you there's better places to play
PC? You know what he said? No matter where you go, he got you. That's what he said.
You gotta stop. You sound like
and you wait a second, and you're okay with that. That's what you want.
I'm fine. I'm fine. If you don't play here, but you playing over there, you still over here.
Okay,
you don't know that.
I play my Minecraft on the Switch. I play my Minecraft on the Switch. I'm an Xbox
player. Server.
For free.
Who did that? Who did that for you?
And who makes you pay for Xbox Live on the console? Who's that? Your boy?
Your
boy that you pay, man. He's reaming you. He's lubing you up. He's lubing you up.
Yo, it's no problem, but you've been lubed over there. They're lubing you on that side, though.
No,
You've
man.
You've been lubed in two places.
I'm playing. I don't play. I don't pay for Xbox Live. You do.
Wait, you play for Switch? You playing on the Switch, right? You playing the Switch?
Xbox Live. Guess what? Stay the K2 on Tuesday. I'll be playing with all you guys, and I'm paying for free. For free. I don't pay $60
so you getting lube for free. You getting lube. I'm paying for my lube, and you getting lube for free. We still get lube.
It doesn't. But the thing is, how could you have it free?
Why are you upset with getting free stuff? This is the first time I've ever heard this.
I'm not upset with getting free stuff. I'm upset with people not realizing that they are screwing the console owner.
Oh, you upset because they getting screwed and they liking it, and you mad because you get screwed for
people
free.
Don't speak up and go, why is Xbox Live not free, Phil? Maybe when you're at E3, ask Phil for that question, please.
You know what? And I'll do it. I'll speak to him. I'm gonna ask him.
Shout out to Jess. Shout out to Red Dragon. They was going at it today on Twitter. But my thing is, like, let's be real. Like, didn't they started? That's a major revenue stream, regardless of how we feel about it being unfair or not. And we know PC is the open, platform, and Xbox is the closed joint. And I get it, and we shouldn't be playing. I don't want to make it no excuses. Like, we shouldn't be paying for that. I agree with Addict on that.
But at the end of the road,
that's a revenue stream.
It's like it's what it is. It is what it is.
Like, my thing is, like, how do we expect them to do it? And the only way I can see it is if maybe they somehow came up with a tier and they either combine gold and pass it to one kind of tier or something like that. But I can't see them leaving that money on the table. Just from a financial decision, I can't see it. I can't see it.
But they chose to make it free everywhere else. And then the bigger they get, the more services they give. They put it on the phone for free. You could talk to your friends. You could talk on you could talk on PC for free. Yeah. Oh my God, who did that? But who did it?
But you know what?
I just want you to know who did that for you, though. You know what? Charge when that happened.
I see what Jay is saying.
Thank you, Phil, for chasing me away from the console that you're trying to sell. Thank you.
But maybe PC is for you. Maybe that's just what it is.
No, I hated PC. I wouldn't know anything about it.
I'm a console guy.
Phil's like,
I'm a console guy.
The reason why I bought a PC, I'm going to tell you the reason why I went to PC, because Phil Spencer said, the Xbox Scorpio is coming out next year. We're putting all our first-party games on PC. And I said, I'm not waiting for a 4K console. I want to go get 4K right now, and they're going to put their games on.
So the real issue is
you know what?
You don't want to go to PC, even though
he's doing that. And I feel like, why am I going to pay? Why am I going to pay when it's free somewhere else? Like, would you get something? Like, if you could get
so my thing is, you should have PC and be happy. Like, I don't understand why you upset.
I think we're trying to figure this out.
You know what, Jed?
Why am I upset?
I thought we were talking about E3. What the hell is happening?
I don't get a chance to
It's my intervention. It's my intervention.
You know what it is? We have never encountered him like this. Like, when we encountered him, this wasn't the encounter that we had.
No, man.
Hey, what he's saying? Basically, what he's saying is, why own a console if everything's on PC? Like, console space is totally different.
You don't understand why he's angry about that.
And he said the console space is different. Like, it's a different space. Like, that's why you buy consoles versus PC, for that easy. Just put in and play.
Okay, and so he's saying, with casuals the Xbox don't know about that.
And he's saying with Xbox being in the console space, competing against, you have competition there. Like, they've kind of they've drained themselves over into this space, and pretty soon they're just gonna be in one space, and it won't matter if them being in the console space, because they won't be. In a sense, like, what's the point of
And that's why you get games like Nintendo's games, you get Sony's games, because they're focusing on a core audience, on a core console. Microsoft's too busy worrying about everybody else that you're getting these kind of half-ass games and mediocre.
I'll say something to you real quick. Jez, you were doing exactly what Phil wants you to do.
Yep.
Go digital.
I'm living the Phil Spencer life.
You went digital, and that's what Microsoft wants you to do. Go digital. So that you did what you're supposed to do.
He told me.
Like,
he got me, but I'm paying. But I'm not. I'm milking them. I'm milking them, baby. I'm milking them for free.
That's what he got
you went digital. You went digital.
Who did that for you in the chat? Is hashtag trending, right?
Oh wow! Who did that for you? You just gotta really shout. You gotta really see. You ain't doing the knowledge on it. You thinking real hard. It ain't that hard.
Why you make it feel like you plugged though? Why you?
Phil, man,
you gotta stop with that. Who did that for you?
He birdmaned him.
All right, so we got
Still
about
over there
10
counting
minutes.
them bucks.
10
We
minutes,
got
y'all.
about
10
10
minutes.
minutes left. Like, how we on?
Got it real.
Any final E3 predictions in regards to Xbox?
Yeah, who else ain't get off?
Did we mention Record 2?
No, but you
Man,
did.
come on, man.
I mean, I ain't saying
Who did that for you? Who did that for
want
you?
it.
Record
Shut up, Jess.
I'm not saying I want it. That's one game I could not play. I can't. I just can't.
Really?
do it.
I thought it was all
I like
right.
Rick Moore.
That game
But,
is horrible.
It was good. It had its
I think
moments.
I think they're gonna make it.
That game
part
is
two of it, though.
unoptimized boo boo. Stop.
It's actually optimized
Ooh.
now. It's optimized now. The
Now,
update optimized
when
now.
that game came
Yeah,
out, it was optimized boo-boo.
what's worse? Record, Decay 2, or Sea of Thieves? Which one? Huh?
They're
Which
all
one? Who
bad.
you got? No,
They're all
pick one.
bad.
Pick one. I don't know. Pick one.
If I had to pick any of the exclusives to play that came out, I would pick Quantum Break. And I
No,
don't
I'm
even
not
like
asking.
that.
Quantum Break. Quantum
That
Break
wasn't in
is
the
stop disrespecting that game, man. Like it's not a bad fucking game. Like
That
I
game is
didn't say
good.
no. I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was better than any of the ones you said.
no, that's why I gave you the choices. That's why I gave you the choices.
Oh, if you gave me the choices, I choose death.
Oh,
I don't want to play any of that. Like, look, you know the problem.
Just kill me.
Please
is.
get us
Kill
out
me.
of here, man.
Look,
Are
the
you
problem-
serious? Are
Look,
you
the problem-
fucking
the problem is
serious?
this. The problem is this. Like
Should I
when
choose
somebody actually brings facts to the table of their facts, like I know my opinion is my opinion, but I think the last generation has really spoiled people into thinking that Xbox is this juggernaut that it really isn't. That they got the user base that they really don't. They don't. Like let's not act like Sony hasn't dominated their.
All right,
their console space
no,
since they come out, and
We
Nintendo
heard
hasn't.
that
Like
too many times.
so.
No,
But
no,
like
no.
this, it's so hard to talk about. Like, look,
All right,
it's so
come on.
hard
All
to
right,
talk
we got-
about
okay.
Xbox. It's so hard to talk about Xbox when it's like you can't really, you don't know anything.
Okay.
It's so
Okay,
hard.
I don't know how we got. All right. One more lightning round. One more
All right.
prediction.
Lightning
One
round,
more
gang, y'all.
prediction. One more prediction, dude.
All right. Let me see. I think Jez is on to something, even though he joking with the with this film being a switch on stage.
Oh man, you better watch out. That who did that for you?
It
I'm
will
gonna be
be
using
no
it.
type of Nintendo partnership thing. You the kid, you know, because you've been talking to Dreamcast guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think either whether it's be through I think the end is gonna be the Discord. With the Discord app, with Microsoft getting in that space. And we know damn well Nintendo need to get in that space too, based on their recent announcements. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's something cooking between those two. I just can't figure out exactly. But my prediction is we will hear about Nintendo in some form on that stage.
Okay.
You said Discord?
My gut is Discord app. That's
That's
my prediction. Just going left with it. Taking a shot. Bold prediction.
Sovereign.
I say new Mech Assault game or new Lost Odyssey game.
You might as well take that Lost Odyssey and lose it.
Miss Walker, baby.
Addict.
I think an Elite Controller 2 is going to get announced.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I
That's
agree.
Oh, facts.
I
Yeah,
agree.
facts. I forgot
That's
about
facts.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they
Shout
might
out to
have,
Priyan.
my bold prediction would be I would like be ecstatic if they just show CGI trailer Fable.
Oh yeah, if they do that and break protocol, oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah. Too bad Rand doesn't think it's gonna happen.
I know Rand. Blame Rand.
I mean, I thought I've always established it's Rand's fault. You know, for whatever they do, if they end up leaving the industry next year, it's Rand's fault. If they end up committing mass murder, it's Rand's fault. So
What you got?
Well, King.
Mech Assault.
You said Mech Assault?
All right.
Okay. Jez.
I think
He said that with disgust.
Mario.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Fucking, I think they'll do Killer Instinct 2.
That would make you happy.
I just want to see.
man.
I just want to see
That's
Jez
good.
happy.
I think
That'd be nice.
I think
can
we
tell
could
you.
totally see a game he's never going to play get announced. We could see that.
Oh, of course.
Cycle.
Going the way they go.
No, Jess took it was Clear Instinct, but I'll throw Cameo out there too.
No doubt.
Cameo.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's a good one.
Cameo.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I want him to announce a price drop on the X because that would show me that this.
No, you just want to buy an X. That's all. You just want to buy an X.
Yeah, because I refuse to pay $500
you know
for that
what?
piece of shit.
And listen. Phil gonna do that for you. Phil gonna drop that price.
Bullshit. You know why is it bullshit?
Your boy came out and announced a $500 console twice. The first time he got
he gonna announce a $400 console for you.
Come on, but
he's gonna do that for you.
Really? Come on. It's a console that's actually worth $500.
It'll be worth $400.
Nah, he got him. He got Jez. He gonna get Jez this year. He got Jez.
Yo.
I want you to tweet out that picture and that receipt.
Cognito.
You got me already.
That price.
You got me.
You drop that price.
Mine was the Discord and the
yeah, that leaves me.
Yeah, go ahead, Kev.
Shit.
Oh, you gonna kick me out of here? You ain't gonna let me.
Oh yeah, that's wrong.
That's okay.
Okay. You started going off on some tangents. Oh yeah, my bad, bro.
I'll be off 1 second.
Go ahead, bro. No, my bad. I thought you did yours when you were doing that ram. Go ahead. No, Frog, do you think?
Overkill's The Walking Dead gets announced on their stage. Now it comes to Game Pass.
I'll be rocking with that because I'm looking forward to that shit, yo. I am looking forward to that shit. Oh, Overkill The Walking Dead look like.
I think PUBG's getting announced. It's coming to Game Pass too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm going to say.
Do you think? Hey, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think that Phil Spencer is going to be on stage, or is it going to be the Booty leading everything?
Booty. Yeah.
Major Nelson with his gloves.
We definitely getting Gallic.
Matt Booty will be on stage.
We don't know his presenting skills.
I don't think Phil Spencer hosts the show.
Whoa.
No, I don't think Phil. I think Phil Spencer's going to be there, but honestly, he's not going to be hosting it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think Booty's going to be out there.
What's the point in giving him that job if he's not going to do that job?
Because y'all saying because of the promotion and that Booty now has. Oh, I see where y'all going.
Yeah, I think Phil opens or closes, one of the two, something. He's going
to be the Russell Simmons. He's going to be the new Russell Simmons. God bless you.
Exactly. Be in the front row, just waving the guys as they put the camera.
God bless. Good night.
God bless you. Good night.
I'm going to say this. I'm gonna go out and say this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the drop the mic.
Let's go. Let's go. Get it, Smooth. Let's go. Say with your chest.
I'm gonna end it with 2.5 announcements.
Oh,
okay. 2.5.
Don't be a car on stage. Do we got that one?
Get it, Smooth.
Quantum Break 2 will get a JPEG across the screen. JPEG. It lets you know we ain't forget about you guys. Quantum Break 2 is coming. It's legit. It's coming.
Remedy.
E3.
And then the moment that's announced, you'll see me on Planet Xbox, so they lost.
What's the next one?
And that'll be the day Addict gets kicked off Planet Xbox. Okay? And then what's his name? Ted from Insomniac?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know you guys are a little upset about Spider-Man, but I got something for you guys.
What you think?
Sunset Overdrive 2's a go. Microsoft gave that call.
It's already done.
Microsoft gave that call. It's coming, and it's coming sooner than we think. Oh, that's not all.
Say it again.
That's not all. And because of Sunset Overdrive 2 is coming, Sunset Overdrive 4K, 60 frames per second update, HDR support.
Oh, they go package it first one. Okay.
Bingo. That is my final prediction of the show, and I hope to God that happens.
You know what's crazy? As crazy as that sounds, I can see them doing that because that's basically been this whole generation.
Yo, Boss Move said the Elite controller is going to end the show. I'm dead.
They stupid.
Yo, Boss, he stay in the chat trolling.
That's wild. It's a Elite controller.
All right, guys.
Yeah, let's wrap.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was Planet Xbox episode 45 featuring Iron Lords podcast.
Right. Lords in the realm of the planet.
I appreciate you guys for doing that. Tell them where you can get these damn shirts, man. Like
Lord King, man, that's the plug.
Go ahead, do it.
Holla at the King. Reach at me at King David OTW on Twitter. The link is gonna go up actually soon because we have 6 colorways, 5 colorways for men, and 6. The female shirts is in pink. So I don't know if you want a pink shirt, but it's also cut for females. So
nice.
I'm thinking that for the new shirts, we might have to put a hashtag on the back, like "Who did that for you?"
Yo, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But Jez, when that price drop, who did that for you?
As long as it doesn't drop to anything where as a Metacritic of 69. Who did that for you? Hashtag who did that for you?
That's nice. That's nice, but you playing on PC.
Actually the PC has a higher Metacritic score than the Xbox one.
That's a savage. Who did that for you?
Who did that for you? Thanks, Phil.
All right, guys. All right, so we're gonna do some outros. We're gonna go ahead. Outros.
Yeah, man. You already know what it is, Lord Cognito. Yo, this was off the chain with my brethren. You know what I'm saying? Talk to all y'all all the time. You know what I'm saying? Planet Xbox Iron Lord podcast combination. You already know what it is. Sundays is the Lord's Day, 1 p.m. Eastern. I was actually glad to talk Xbox because this Sunday is all about Nintendo.
These two is too hype right now. They're too hype right now.
So they trust me, Smooth. They were happy to come on Planet Xbox because they knew what was gonna happen on Sunday. So yeah, you got the E3 prediction series. Should be a great show. Inner Circle Network, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna have most likely, fingers crossed, it will be your boy Prestar Kofi, Spawn Wave Media, potentially Perfect, and the homie Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna break it down.
That's an awesome lineup. I got
we hopefully everybody comes through schedule wise. It should be lit. And then obviously you already know on the Iron Lord podcast channel, we're still doing Flashpoints. I'm trying to get my streaming together. Gonna be doing a lot more on the indie side. Getting that going. So please support us. Please support Planet Xbox. Tremendous content. And the chat was lit. Yo, Rev, Rand, a lot of people in there. I see a lot of love. And this is dope, man. We definitely should do this again sometimes. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
And I just want to come out and say, don't expect much from me out of the Nintendo segment.
He was happy to be here, kid.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I got you, Addict, man. I got some games for you to talk about. I got you.
Good, because I don't know anything. So
I got you, man. I'll link you to him. I got you.
No doubt. Who's next to outro?
I'll do it. What's up, y'all? This is Cycle. And shout out again to the Lords.
Woo!
For coming out and doing it.
My man Cycle. Thank you, sir.
Indeed. All right. And I'm out.
Yes, sir.
And
Frog's Dope Gaming here. Check out my channel when I do put content up. I'm pretty busy right now. Shout out to the Lords. I really appreciate you coming through. I appreciate the one time I came on your show. It was amazing. You guys have some great content. Please subscribe this show, the content. Throw some thumbs up in here too. We really appreciate everybody coming through. That's about it.
Oh.
Lord Sovereign here, man, from ILP. Thank you guys for having us. You guys are fantastic. I love seeing Addict unleashed. I realize now that we keep him on a leash, and that's not how you're supposed to be. That's not how
y'all been holding him back. Y'all been holding him back.
Yeah, we holding him back.
We ain't been holding him back. It's too early for him.
Addict is not Addict without an F-bomb here and there. So he got to
care about the children.
But thank you guys playing on Xbox yet again, because my PlayStation is going to the side for a little while now.
No doubt. Who's next up?
Silence.
Yo, what's up? This is Jez7780. Follow me over on Twitter and grind my. Yeah, I got it. It grinds my gears. I really am a nice person.
Confused about your identity? Because I'm confused now.
I'm confused. I'm Jez7780. That's my Twitter handle. That's what grinds my gears. That's what that is. So
what it is.
Follow me over on YouTube. Follow me over on Twitter. And I really am a nice person. Really am. Just fucking Phil flipped my lid. He made me pissed. And I got Inside Xbox. Holy shit. Damn.
Shout out to Anchorman in the chat.
Yeah, Anchorman too.
Check out this links in the description.
But you got to check out the Lord's podcast and Planet Xbox goes. Yo, the Lord's, I met him in person. We had a fun time. Code Vein.
Oh yeah,
play that game.
yeah,
Yo, that game
absolutely.
would be hot.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that game.
Yeah, man, that game looks
Oh,
good.
I
Man.
do
man.
have the
Yeah.
Ironworks podcast link in the description below, as well
Cool, man.
as
And
everybody.
those shirts are awesome. I
podcast.
saw them in person. I'm gonna get one.
Thank you, sir.
And then Addict, I think you're.
I appreciate everyone for coming by. I didn't see too much fuck shit in the comment section. I appreciate that.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
Yeah, Addict goes after them, man. He does.
Keep in mind, Planet Xbox is the place to watch this E3 press conference. We're going to see Kid Smooth cry, just die,
Just-
and me laugh.
My gears will be smoothed out. come off the hinges.
King, did you do outro?
Oh no, I didn't do my outro yet, but
He did the
oh
shirt,
man, I had
so
a
it's
great
good
time
enough
on
for
Planet Xbox. Yo, what was crazy was I wasn't even gonna stay long, right? What it was I was only gonna stay like an hour and I was gonna be out. You know, I gave that a lie, but you know, Jez didn't have this energy. This energy was not seen at PAX. Listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. He is a nice guy. He is
I am a nice
he's
guy.
A very nice guy.
I'm a nice
Yo,
guy.
and to be honest with you, you just like Phil.
I did.
Like it was the same energy. That energy.
So nice. You look fat.
It was the same energy.
He did
It was
this
the
to
same
me.
energy. It was, yeah, he did that to you.
Who did this to me?
I'm gonna put out a shirt. It's gonna say,
Who did this?
for you.
Who did this?
I need that.
Yes.
I need that.
We're gonna do that. But yo, shout out to the Lords for everybody in it. And it's showing unity. I deal with you guys individually, and to have all of us here at one time is fantastic. People got to understand that we can bond, we can disagree, we can agree.
Yeah, man.
And this is fun. This is fun for us. So
That's fun.
great
Yes,
time with
very
you guys.
much.
Once again, appreciate the Ironlords podcast. Shout out to King David for sporting me with the 2 shirts and whatnot at PAX, and us finally getting that NBA Live stream settled.
Sure.
That's
not
Listen, after he done, listen, I gotta give you a disclaimer, bruh. Y'all guys really didn't understand what really went down with me and this man. Now, I'm not gonna go too far into it, but after years of practice, your man showed up to play the guard. And guess what? The guard didn't even pick up the game. So I played him fresh face. After years of practice,
Nice.
I played LeBron, and LeBron bust my behind. Shout out practice, boy.
And it was the first that made it worse.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Looking forward to doing something like this again in the future. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you're not, and please subscribe to the fellas. Their link is in the description below. As always, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out of here. Peace.